Israel has said that a missile has been launched from Yemen towards southern Israel, the first since the start of the war. This comes a day after the Houthi military spokesman said it would join the war on behalf of Iran if certain conditions were met. Nida Ibrahim is following developments in Israel from Ramallah in the occupied West Bank. Nida, so Israel is saying they've intercepted this missile from Yemen toward Israeli territory. What else are you hearing about this incident?
Well, according to the Israeli army, they say that the missile that they identified to have been launched from been intercepted. It was coming on its way to southern Israel, an area that's been facing many ballistic missiles from Iran. Two of those, at least in the past few days, have caused severe damage. But this, if confirmed by the Yemenis, would be the opening of a third front since the beginning of this war, amidst growing concerns inside Israel by certain elements in the government, in the army, in the opposition, about the government's strategy in southern Lebanon, warning of a fatigue inside the army if the government continues with its plans in Hezbollah. So it would be interesting to see how the Israeli public will react to opening yet another front in this war that has been the longest now in terms of how many times Israelis have had to stay without work, without shelter, going to shelters every now and then responding to these missiles. Now, it's not the first time the Yemenis launch missiles into Israel, because since October the 7th and since the Yemenis have decided to open a front to support the war on Gaza, support the Palestinians, we've seen the Yemenis launching missiles into Israel, but that had stopped when the ceasefire took effect. And now we're seeing this missile being launched. Again, we've been hearing, as you said there, Mohammed, threats from Ansarullah al-Houthi group threatening and saying that they will indeed join the battle if attacks were launched against Yemen from the Red Sea. But now, again, we are talking about the sensitive situation inside Israel. Yes, there's a high support of the war in Iran, but there are questions about the government's conduct during these fronts.
And Nida, when you look at the overall picture of all that's going on, Israel continues to strike Iran. And we know that in retaliation for those strikes on Iran, Israel has been dealing with a series of incoming attacks. What can you tell us about all that's been happening, especially the last several hours?
Well, the main worry inside Israel is these cluster munition missiles, these missiles that overwhelm the aerial defense systems, because not only are they detected in a certain area, but they have bomblets, they have warheads that splinter even upon interception, and sometimes before, into different areas. Sometimes the radius of these small warheads, or the bomblets, can reach certain kilometers. So that complicates the interception, that complicates lives of Israelis even further. One person had been killed late on Friday as a result of this cluster munition type, and he'd been away from a shelter. But there are those who are still being affected by going to shelters every now and then and being injured in shrapnel from these missiles and these warheads that splinter in so many areas.
All right, that's Nida Ibrahim live for us from Ramallah in the occupied West Bank. Thanks so much, Nida.